Hello everyone, when I'm back on World at War for a little while, it's not the best of game, but I just felt like going back to World at War and show you, just like, talk about what made this game interesting and fun, yet what broke this game. I'm speeding up this because it's utterly boring, I'm sure you don't want to watch that. Also because I don't got that much time on my hands. I'm doing this late at night, I don't want to go to sleep, so I just want to do a small amount of video, I guess you could say. Now, I'm using the Sturmgewehr, Stormgiver, which is actually a cognate. You can probably guess Sturmgewehr by how it's spelled. It's pretty easy cognate. And as you saw that drop shot, I'm using tactical button layout. I run on all my Marfa 2 and all that games. Now onto the video. First of all, before we start, I just remembered, I'm not going to be talking about the video itself, more of just commentating on the game itself, not the actual gameplay. Okay, let's begin. Now, as you saw in the beginning when I sped up everything, I was using the tank. Now, I have mixed feelings about the tank. One of them being that they're completely overpowered. Now, what would have fixed this tank issue simply by just making it so one person could destroy a tank, so that it took 2 satchel charges and or 2 rocket launcher shots. That would have evened the game very, very much so, and you wouldn't have to worry about tank cores. Another thing that is broken about the game is dogs. One thing that would have been helpful, and I would run on every class if it were for this factor, is if camo prevented dogs from being able to find you, or some perk that prevented them from not being able to kill you. And if that would be considered unfair itself, like a little overpowered itself, which I can understand. I mean, I can't understand. Let me fix that. Then at least make it so one shot will kill the dogs. I mean, honestly, you shoot a dog, it's not going to keep attacking you. If it has like steroids and everything, then of course it would. But how is it going to? It's like limp leg. Honestly, one bullet should be enough. Next, I want to talk about the MP40. The MP40 is completely overpowered. Treyarch says it's not, being that the fact that it has so much it has so much kick. That's better to explain it. And that is bullshit, because even the gun with the highest kick, if you in the right hands of someone who has used it for a long time, he can control the kick. He can learn to keep it steady and snipe with it. I have played with people who can snipe with the MP40. It is bull crap. I almost said it, but I'm not going to. Now, those things are what would have fixed it. The MP40, to my knowledge, although I am not quite certain, is not as powerful as what I've heard from what the Thompson should have been. Now, from what I've heard, the Thompson should have been more kick, more power in the bullet receiving, and it should have been more powerful, I guess you could say. Now, next to the next topic, what made this game great? They had the feeling of COD 4 in the World at War, or World War II rather, era. Now, in all the other Call of Duties, 2, 3, etc., etc., you had the World at War II. Damn it, I keep saying World at War instead of World War II. Feeling. Now, I'm sure people who now realize that they were missing something. That is the intensity of the Call of Duty 4 type era. Now, when they brought it to Call of Duty 5, which back into World at War time, I'm sorry, I'm going to stick with World at War, but I mean to say World War II. They basically brought back something that everyone missed, because they made what back then Call of Duty all the way up to like 4 something much better. They improved on what they knew they had, and they made something that was just a normal game into something much more fun and much more productive. Sure, it has many flaws, much more than COD 4, but it can be fun. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the point I'm trying to put across. I know I'm repeating myself sometimes. I apologize, but that's what they did. They basically took from Call of Duty, Call of Duty 1, Call of Duty 3, etc., 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 and they took it and they made it Call of Duty 4 type game out of that. And that's what people in Call of Duty 2, 3, I'm sure they don't know Call of Duty 4 at that time, but I'm sure that's what they would have wanted, because they made it fun and much more productive and a whole lot more playable. Now, the game's about to end here, almost. So, also I want to get on a topic that I am about the intro. I am much planning of getting, or rather making, a new intro, because I feel mine is a little bit more mediocre now, after looking at it for a while and criticizing it, which I recommend if you're like an aspiring artist. Do go back to whatever you made and just look at it from a different view. At the end of the game, of this game that is, I go 22-8, which isn't that great, but it is pretty good. It's 2.75 or 2 75 hundredths KD, so it's pretty good. See you guys next time.